All right, so Jackie, Sarah, and I are presenting with you today the message, which is new chapters. I'm just going to reiterate what I said to the children, and that is just like a book, your life has new chapters. Now, relating to you all, that could be getting a new job, or maybe even being laid off from a job and having to find new work and struggling. You know, sometimes in life, there are the downs and there are the ups. And we have to trust in God that within these new chapters, He will be looking over us and He will be watching us and He has the plan.
Now, I'm going to repeat the New Testament reading that Nelsie read to us before. By faith, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive an inheritance, and he went out not knowing where he was going. Amen. Now, the key word to that is that he did not know where he was going. Now, I think a lot of us can attest to that. A lot of us go somewhere and just start driving, and we say, oh, we'll stop here, we'll go there. And we just roll with the punches, see where we go. But some of us like to plan. But in some cases, you can't always plan. You just have to see where things go and just move with whatever the Lord gives you. But going back to Abraham, I think that it's pretty amazing that he was just able to so calmly just continue on the path he was going and just going even though he didn't know what exactly he was getting, what he was doing. He went on that road. And this is the same Abraham that was married to Sarah and was at, I believe, 90 or a very old age, had a child. And I think that he thought that was pretty crazy. That would have scared anyone. But you know what? He went with it. He said, all right, Lord, we'll go with it. And he had that baby. And it worked out for him. So I think the little message we can all get from that is that whatever the Lord gives us, you take it and it works out somehow. And like Steph was saying, it's like a book. Sometimes there's a twist or turn. They like to call it a plot twist in a book where it's going good and then bam, it goes bumpy and then bumpy and then bumpy. And then it gets better and then it resolves. And that's what happens in our lives. Something happens, it doesn't go our way. And you know what? God says that's God's plan. He's not always going to make things turn out perfect for us. And we can't hate on Him for that. We can't curse His name because, you know what, that's a part of life. That wouldn't be life if we didn't go through those things. So when we go through those, we have to take it in bracing arms and let God take over. Amen. And this message kind of reminds me of what our church is going through right now. Pastor's leaving, she's retiring, and we're getting a new pastor. And that's kind of scary for us because we're so comforted by Pastor's presence here. We know her ways, we're used to her gimmicks and everything, and and we've gotten used to that for these 4 years. It's home. And now a new person is coming in and taking the reins, and it's different. It's like when the kids, they get a new teacher. They might be on a maternity leave or something, or the next grade, they come up, they get a new teacher, and you have to adjust. And just like them, we need to adjust. And it'll happen. You know what? At first I was thinking, you know what, I don't know about this new pastor. I don't know, I'm gonna miss pastor. But you know what Steph said, we need to open up our arms and we need to accept her. And that's like the same, it happens, I guess, every time you get a new pastor. I mean, probably some of you older members here have gotten several new pastors, and you've had to do this multiple times. And, but I even remember when Pastor was coming here, I said, I don't know, this lady's gonna stir some things up. And she did, but in a positive way. And so I think that what all of this means is that God's going to take the wheel, God's going to take the reins, and He's going to do it. And it also reminds me of a a little song I learned at a Girl Scout camp. It goes, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. A circle's round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. So we got to take our past, like our old pastor. We got to keep her. We're always going to keep her close to our heart. But we need to take in the new pastor and bring her into the circle. As what we said a year or two ago, draw the circle wide. We keep adding new people and more people, and we keep rolling. Now I'd like to bring Sarah up.
Before Sarah comes up here, while Jackie is speaking, a little revelation came upon me. Just as in a book, there's a theme, there's a message. And just as when God gives you that plot twist, that, sharp turn and you don't know what's on the other side of it, you have a message in there. You learn a lesson and you learn from the mistake that you make and you keep going. And that's what we all have to do. We have to embrace these lessons and learn from them and take them in and trust in God.
Okay, to relate back to the children's message, we are moving up a grade like in school and getting a new teacher. Even though this new role model doesn't know how we grow or learn yet, we need to help her shape us and our future here. But this relates to any circumstance in life. We must trust in God to help us in our youth and hardships we face in new chapters. As said in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Can I get an amen? Amen. Thank you. Okay.